This is all we want. We want a man who acts like a man, who's manly, who takes care of things.
Leader.
Ooh, I don't need you to kill an alligator with your hands, but I need to feel so feminine around you because you are so masculine that I can turn my brain off because I know you've got it.
Yeah.
I trust you. I trust your intellect. I trust your character. I trust that I can close my eyes and follow you blindly and I'm going to be happy about where I end up. That's what it's about. We go out. I don't have to use my brain. I don't have to think. You know what I mean? Order the whole thing for us. Take me, plan the thing. Say you tell me where we're going, and we're all set.
A gold digger wants to know where you live. A gold carrier wants to know what lives in you. A gold digger wants to really focus on where you come from. But a gold carrier wants to know where you are going. A gold digger, wants to know what you drive. A gold carrier wants to know what drives you. Are you getting me? A gold digger will want to know the size of your television, but a gold carrier wants to know the size of your vision. And I always say, if you leave the man with the vision for the man with the television, you will soon watch the man with the vision on the man's television. Are you getting me?
I got you.
Yeah. So
loud and clear.
This is what truly high value men do. They pick wisely. They pick super wisely. They're highly selective with the women that they choose. And then when they've chosen her correctly, they spoil her endlessly. They put her through the ringers. It's like, when you go to 6-7 rounds of an interview to get into those corporate jobs, they make you go through interview after interview after interview, a bit like going to a Harvard application. When you get to Harvard, they treat you well. Your life is set. But up until that point, they put you through it. What Fresh and Fit teach is take any kind of woman and then don't give her too much, play games, treat her harshly. That's not what high value men do. They've got a reputation. They can't just take any old girl and then try and train her. They ain't got time for that. They take a woman who's been well trained by her family.
That's amazing. But I've never seen it from that perspective.
A lot of women, Christian women, know that they should submit, but they don't want to.
Right.
So what they'll do is they'll lie to themselves and make themselves think that they're submissive to their husband. A general default setting is, I trust your leadership. I trust your intuition. I trust your protection. I trust your provision. And I'm not going to argue with you all the time. Argue some, not all the time. That's submission. The modern woman, under the shadow of the steeple, wants to assuage herself that she is submissive.
Yes.
When she's really not. And so it's kind of like chocolate or vanilla. What do you want, babe? He wants vanilla. I submit, I submit. Vanilla it is. And then when it comes to anything important to her at all, she's going to kick, cry, defend, argue, nag, whine, wear him down, get her way. And he's just going to be like, yeah, sure, whatever. All right, the sky's yellow, whatever you want to say. Sure. I just don't want to fight anymore.
How many hours do you work, Eric?
60 hours a week.
60 hours a week. And how many hours do you work at home?
The same. More. All day, all night.
Really? And then you woke up and realised you were dreaming, you mean? I don't find it funny.
I think, my day doesn't end sometimes.
What do you mean your day don't end? It don't bloody begin. You spent time on the phone. Mm-hmm. You spent time just walking around the house, up and down. You spent time walking back and forth from a dining table with your kids. I mean, quite frankly, I don't know what you do with your hours. But I tell you one thing as a woman, if my husband's working, I do want to make sure that I'm doing what I should be doing at home. And if now I'm making you think about that, because this is the first time I've seen you become emotional, because it's the first time you've even had to sit and think about your actions.
You're right.
And you need to be able to do that.
For the top 1%, but the top 1% of men ain't aiming for you. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just being honest.
There's a reason why I did that calculator.
This is the reason why women are single. Like they don't align their expectations. They look at this perfect picture, and then they go, "That's what I want," and it's okay. Like we all want something amazing.
We have a fantasy in mind,
right? But then anything that doesn't fit that picture is ignored. Then you get too old, then nobody wants your ass at all. Like, at all. At that point, by the time you lower your standard, you're like, hey, now I would take a fat guy that's doesn't have a college degree, makes 50 grand a year, just to not be alone.
And settle.
Yeah, and that guy at that point still don't want you. So, like, that's a huge problem of, like, how social media has completely shifted, like, women's expectations. Because you really, really confuse attention with currency. Like you really don't understand that.
Saying that I don't want to have kids, and so I'm just my career.
When you're 52 and you're past it with no grandchildren in a house by yourself and all your friends have grandchildren, this beautiful life, and you're sitting there by yourself, you think the fact that you can afford a few extra Gucci bags is going to genuinely make you feel happy? I was at my grandmother's 93rd birthday. I stood there and looked at my 93-year-old grandmother, and there was a whole room full of maybe 70 people that came from that one woman. Isn't that remarkable? Nobody cared about her career. Nobody asked what job she did. Nobody asked how many times she went to the club. You had 70 sentient beings, including myself, full of life from one woman who dedicated herself to being a mother. That is beautiful.
Let me ask you this. You looking for a $100,000 wedding?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
I have high standards, and I feel like I shouldn't lower them just because.
I have high standards, too. I went to a justice of the peace.
Okay.
Married 32 years. The biggest weddings are the shortest marriages, I swear. You know, Kim Kardashian, that dude, 72 days. Took her longer to pick out the dress than it did to be married to her. You know what I mean? You look at, that's just a party. You have that party with, like on your 25th wedding anniversary, then you could spend that kind of money. $100,000, you're never gonna get married, honey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the wrong goal. The goal is to have him like for 40 years, not to have one party.
If you say I want a man that make $100,000, you eliminated 85% of all men. 85%, that leaves you 15%. Half of that 15% is married. 7.5%. Half of them gay. Or live an alternative lifestyle. Take that down to 3.5%, 4% that you got to choose from. Then you want him over 6 feet, 2%. He can't be obese, 1%. You don't like Sagittarius, Leos, or Cancers. Well, now you at 0.5% of a man that you got to look for. You got to find him, and then he got to like you back. That type of man that makes that type of money has requirements for a woman too that now you have to meet. This is why so many women are struggling that make money when they step out here into the dating.
Would you feel comfortable if your father was watching your OnlyFans and subscribing to it?
Probably not, no.
You would not feel comfortable, and I'll tell you why. That's because in your heart of hearts, in your soul, if you still got one, you know it's wrong. And I'll give you an example. That's your work. In my work, if my mother consumed my work, I'd be thankful and pleased that she took an interest in my work and supported my work. If she bought my products, I'd be thankful. If your mother or father bought your products, you'd be disgusted and ashamed because you know what you're doing is wrong and the product of what you're doing is bad.